Welcome back to episode 3 of the Megatech DLC for Astroneer. Now then, we're going to try to move past how strange that intro was. Sometimes I begin to speak before I think about anything at all. And nobody ever benefits from it, most of all me. Let's just move on. Anyways, in the distance there, you can see what we did in the last one. We built the first Megastructure in the Megatech DLC. A fantastic thing, except for that I don't know what it does at all, and I was unable to figure that out in the last one. But in this one, we should have more time, because it's only 6 o'clock. Yes! I mean, that's when I started yesterday, too. But look, we don't have to build it today, so we can start with it and figure out what it does. But the first order of business is for me to indicate to you that there has been a strange man wandering about, spreading myths and rumors that the honeypot is more efficient than the Attactus at gathering organic with the tapper. This type of misinformation is highly dangerous, and if you see this man anywhere, lock your doors and shut your blinds. Alright, so to continue my recap, yes, we built that, and then I gave it power. You can see the power bar, sort of, from here. And then once I gave it power, nothing happened, from what I could tell. And so my hope was, and my hope still is, that the mission log is going to guide us further. Alright, there's this other Megatech quest that we apparently did, and I didn't know we did, which gives us an extra large platform C. That's actually kind of nice. Oh goodness, and it gives us a schematic for a Mega Deconstructor. Now then, I don't know what a Mega Deconstructor is. That's the first thing you need to know about me as of right very now. But large platform C, that's some good stuff. Let's just throw that off into the freaking grass over here for now. But yeah, the Mega Deconstructor, I'm assuming, just deconstructs our Megatech Megastructures, in which case we don't really care yet. Yeah, destroys Megastructures and Mega Printer platforms. I don't know what that is. I'm sure we'll find out someday. But we don't really need this yet, especially since it costs nanocarbon alloy and graphene. Two things I sincerely do not want to gather. So there's another Megatech mission right here, ready to launch with, of course, the signature Megatech symbol that nobody knows what that is. It's a smiley face, of course. I don't really know what it's wearing, though. I don't know what that is. Anyways, we have to load a construction anchor into the DLS. Now, you may be wondering what a construction anchor is and a DLS, and the thing is, me too. So I guess there's nothing we can do about that. So is that what these are? These are, yes, this is the DLS. But now I have to know what whatever the other thing was I was supposed to put in here. Oh, look at that, I'm a fool. We actually saw this in the last video. That's my bad. So that was me doing something with that, like when I was tired and then not getting much sleep afterwards, and so I just forgot about it entirely. Look, we already have an extra chip. We already have 2 ceramic. Aluminum alloy is just copper and aluminum. So realistically, because the nature of this video has already been chaotic, I'm just going to cut out me gathering that entirely. It's mother frickin' time. And pardon my language, of course. Now then, this is awkward. I have everything I need in my backpack. It just doesn't count. It just doesn't count. Well, guess that's the end of the video. Oh, wait, no. See, there's storage things up there. It's really hard doing this when I haven't slept. Most people have the IQ points in order to determine that that's what I should have done, but I don't, and then I'm tired, right? It compounds. Let's see what this does. Look at that. It's making a clanking sound as a machine would. Commentary. That's good. That's good stuff. Alright. Yeah, I wish he'd craft faster so this wouldn't be so awkward. There we go. Alright, construction anchor landing pad. Looks like a traditional landing pad, if you ask me. Huh. Well, let's see what the real difference is. No difference so far. Same thing. Yeah, I don't think... Okay, there we go, the interface. Well, I mean, this is obviously the next step. No? Oh, error. DOS signal not found. Well, we're not that lucky. We thought I was going to get something done is what I thought. Okay. Hopefully, I'm just missing something, right? Ah, yes. I didn't shoot this thing up. Yeah, that's technically just actually my bad, I'll be honest, because it did tell me to do that, then I did, but then I undone it when I was trying to figure out how to live in this world. Look, we're going to bring that thing in here. We're going to bring that thing in here. Huh? Huh? Oh, that is here. Okay. I didn't know what was happening. I thought it just didn't show up. Okay, look. Museum construction anchor. That's a museum if I've ever seen one. Oh, okay. It's over there. My bad. That's just my... It is my bad. It is. That's the truth. I'll be honest. All right. Let's get museumical, right? Is this a good spot for a museum? Looks like it. Oh, shoot. Building that museum. Get away from that thing. It's drilling. We wouldn't want to get in the way of that, now would we? Now, here's the problem I'm noticing, right? The museum's probably going to be expensive. Gosh, I have no idea. And I gotta do it tonight. I literally must. I can't just make the video about me almost building the museum. Yeah, from your perspective, this is going to be entirely all sunshine and rainbows. It's going to be a walk in the park. Not even, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But for me, 300 compound, 50 copper, 50 glass. Dude, I'm just stressing sitting here looking at it. I need to get started right now if I'm going to get 300 compound. Among other things, of course. That's just one of the many things I've got to do. Oh, gosh. Well, dear viewer, this was me sitting here in my stupid chair, being a stupid man, thinking I was going to have peace today. First order of business is I am not getting 300 compound with 2 soil canisters. By the way, I am getting it with soil. I feel like that goes without saying. I'm not going to go around and find 300 compound on the ground. That's just not a thing that's going to happen today. I'm sorry if that's what you came here for. Now then, my great wisdom here is that we are going to at least temporarily put our soil centrifuge on this thing right here with this so that we can put the compound straight into that. I'm just going to do a little stress farming here before I actually get into the time lapse. I know I said I was going to start it, but the thing is, we're just going to full screen the calculator here and just together, we're going to divide 300 by 4 to see how many soil canisters full of soil I got to get. 75. Alright, it's time to get started with my compound gathering time lapse. Here's the setup. I fill these up, then I drop them off and trade it out for the empty ones over here. And then 2 soil centrifuges make the compound, put them in the large resource canister. I also made it so that my power is now attack-based, so I can do twice as many generators with half the amount of plants. Now then, if I sound miserable, let me explain. I just came over here and crafted some resin with the soil centrifuge before I set up the automatic compound so that I could use the resin to get this medium storage here. And I'm so tired right now that I thought it was bugging out and deleting my resin because I wasn't in render distance because it was going in this.
I don't know if I should. The situation isn't looking too good. Old couch with a new set of stains. If you got money in your pocket, I could go for some change. I said I'm too young to be acting my age. Yeah, I'm so ironic when I'm hiding the pain. Let's call it bad luck. I'm so easy to trip. If you got magic up your sleeve, then I could go for a kid. If you have anything really. Cause all I got is conversations with strangers, pumped up and ready to go. On and off with somebody back in the backseat.
I'm okay. Why wouldn't I be? It does dawn on me, though, that I didn't give a proper overview earlier of what's going on. I mean, obviously, as you know now, we're getting the compound with the soil centrifuge. That's dealt with. Now the copper, the glass, the silicone, the titanium alloy, you know. All right, so the coppers are going to be gotten on the mountains of the home planet here. I mean, we did that yesterday on the last video, so that's pretty obvious. The glass is just quartz, so that's actually going to be soil centrifuge again. If there was, like, less quartz than this needed, I would just gather them in the caves quickly, but I don't want to have to find a bunch of veins. So it's probably going to be better just to do soil for that one. Silicone is compound and... Frick, what is it? Compound... What is it? No, I don't know. And so really these first 2 are the only 2 I care to worry about right now. We'll worry about the last 2 later. First, I'll get copper and glass. and then we'll move on from there. Now, getting the copper should actually be quite straightforward. Realistically, I don't even think I need to make a time-lapse of it. The only issue that there could be is that I'll have to go further away from my base than before, because this mountain no longer has copper on it because I got it. There's a mountain over there that no longer has copper on it because I already got it. So I might just have to end up going further out than I would like, but it's fine because we do have this rover. Nothing complicated about that at all. All right, never mind, actually, I didn't really think about it. Since we need 40 copper, right, that's actually kind of a large amount. What I did yesterday was I would drive my rover to a copper vein, fill up my inventory, then drive it back. Rinse and repeat. That's going to take forever, though, because, you know, it just is. What I'm going to want to do instead, then, today, is take a medium resource canister with me, so I can get 32 copper, and then fill up the rest of my inventory to make it 40 here. The problem is, I can't do that with the rover, so I'm going to make a tractor and use a tractor instead. Now, I don't think I've ever used the tractor in this game. I don't think I've ever crafted one. If I have, it's been a very long time, but I do know that we unlocked this trailer earlier for freestyle, so this is a very simple way for us to just have that be done. And then I can do this all in one trip, which is going to be necessary because of how far I'm probably going to have to go. Alright, I got all of my copper, and you should be proud of me, because I did a good job getting it all. Anyways, yeah, I don't know, I shouldn't have said that, it's kind of weird. I don't have the reaction time to come up with commentary while I'm speaking today. It's making this video very awkward, so, anyways, we're gonna leave that copper cooking. That's all the copper we need, so it doesn't really... there was no thought to be had out of what I just started saying. This is a tough day for me. But yeah, so I needed 50 copper instead of 40. Oh, I wish I was awake. I'm going to get that off camera. I'm also going to get the glass off camera because the glass is going to be the same thing as the compound, but not as big of a deal. So I'll be back whenever it's silicone and titanium alloy time. Alright, I'm back. My PC crashed while I was doing this. It's been like an hour and a half since I last recorded. And I recorded for an hour and a half. So I've been at this for like, I've been at this for 2 hours and 45 minutes. And we're still not done. I better hurry up. This isn't funny anymore at all. Not even kind of, in fact. All right, look, we need 15 silicone. What is silicone? Silicone is resin and quartz. So we need 15 resin and 15 quartz. But also methane. We need 15 methane. Now, obviously 15 resin and quartz, no big deal. Methane is supposed to be the boogeyman here, but methane is not the boogeyman here. Because here on Aatrox, we already have this set up. Now, this is one of the things I did between episode 1 and 2, just like with how I set up Argon this exact same way between episode 1 and 2, because there were a bunch of prerequisite quests to the Megatech stuff that I had to do, and I needed methane and Argon for that, so I already set those up. Very convenient for the sake of this video, I must say, especially since I'm already running so far behind. Time for me to trauma dump. It is 8:48. I have to get up at 5 a.m. I'm still not done recording. I have to make a thumbnail and edit. Probably going to be... I don't think I'll sleep. Yeah, that's what this is going to be. But it's fine. Look, I did this to myself. Kind of. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, since resin and quartz is so simple, it's just, you know, it's just me doing soil centrifuge stuff. I'm just going to cut the rest of silicone out. It doesn't really matter. The only part that would have been interesting is methane, but it was already dealt with, which is very nice, so we will move on. Alright, got all that silicone. No big deal at all. That one was actually really easy. Probably the easiest one so far, surprisingly. However, now we have... my bad. Now we have titanium alloy, which could be a nuisance, should be a nuisance, probably will be a nuisance. But let me explain why. It's actually not going to be too bad, really. Titanium alloy is titanium, nitrogen, and graphene. Titanium's going to be easy. We just got to go to Glacio and get it. I already have a drill mod because I already needed to get titanium before. Nitrogen, it's here on the home planet. Not hard to get it all. All I have to do is just leave it to do so when I leave the planet, and I'll come back to a whole bunch. Graphene is the one that would be annoying because graphene, despite being made completely of things that are on the home planet, it takes a bunch of hydrogen because, you know, we got to get 10 titanium alloy here, which means we need 10 graphene, which means we need 10 hydrogen, which means we need 20 ammonium, which means we need 40 soil canisters full of soil for just that. It doesn't even include the graphite, but graphite's cheaper. It is a lot cheaper. It won't be a big deal. We need just a bit more than 40 soil canisters full of soil. And again, that would be pretty annoying, but I've already got solid infrastructure here for sort of looping the process of going into the caves, getting soil, and coming back out. And so, the only thing I would even count as noteworthy here is the fact that I got to get titanium. But again, not really a big deal. I already have the drill mod, the soil's not going to get in the way, and so I'm going to get a bunch of this, and I'm really probably not going to show any of me getting the graphene, because it's kind of going to be the same thing as like all the compound we got earlier, but only half as bad, because I don't really need that much soil. It's not going to be too bad to get all the graphene. I mean, I would like to complain about it, of course. That is my natural way of life. But it really won't be that bad, and so I guess I'll be back when I actually already have everything I need overall to get this thing done. And then we'll sort of, I guess, scout it out sort of like we did with the last Megastructure. And then, you know, like, see what makes sense about it. Probably, you know, leave it at that. Alright, my family, we finally did it. We finally made it. You don't even know, okay? You don't even know how painful this has been for me so far. My phone's been charging for like 4 hours and it's not full yet. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I've been working on this video for 3 hours and 40 minutes, by the way. This is not what I wanted because I'm trying to upload every freaking day. Alright, we're here. We're gonna just do it. I'm no fancy words. Oh, that's right, we need power to this thing. Alright, dealt with. I'm gonna hurt myself, dude. I keep it every time in life. I think things are fixing to get so sweet. They get sour. They get ugly. Anyways, just in case I haven't made this abundantly clear, I have no earthly idea what this thing is, so I hope it's at least sort of interesting. But, I mean, hey, I'm gonna shoot straight with you right very now. I'm not gonna really get into it today. Whatever the case. I'm not gonna get into it much today because I just want peace. I want to be able to live and breathe in this world. That's what I want for me. I'm tired. I want to sleep so bad. You don't even understand how bad I want to sleep. It's beyond your comprehension. I don't think it's moving. I don't think it's even moving. Let me express to you what's going on here. Alright? And I know that you're probably sick of me complaining, but I'm more sick of what I'm complaining about than you are of me complaining. So I'm going to go on ahead and do it anyways. 3 hours, 40 minutes. I've been working on this video. That's a lot of editing. Alright, it doesn't seem like it would take long to edit a video, but it does. It's almost 10 o'clock right now. And I'm gonna be up till like 1 a.m. at least, probably. That's if things go well. I'm in pain, giving it some thought even. Oh goodness, it finally crafted. It took like 8 times longer than I was comfortable with, but I guess it doesn't matter in the end because, yeah, stuff's happening. So, seed donation station. Milestone in progress. Seeds donated 0, seeds required 5,000. Okay, so this is actually kind of nice. Things are getting interesting. Now we have like stakes and stuff, right? That's one thing. Over here we got something else. Units of power, I guess. A Megastructure. Oh, that's the whole thing. I'm reading about the whole thing there. I'm not awake enough for this kind of activity, but I'm going to try to hover over this specifically if it'll let me. If it'll let me. Okay, yeah. Units of power donated. Units of power required 5,000. This one will be really easy. This is definitely the one we're going to do first, probably. I shouldn't use definitely and probably in the same sentence with reference to the same thing. It's a contradiction. Now let's go over this one over here and see what it says. Bytes. This is easy. This is automatable. This is all automatable, actually. Except for the seeds. That wouldn't be easy to completely automate. I don't know if I could without it getting out of hand. I don't know. Bytes, so yeah, 5,000 bytes, 5,000 seeds, 5,000 units of power. Everything's the same. Yeah, here we got resource is donated. So what? That could be like organic even. This might actually be the easiest one because organic is like I could literally set that up right now in like under a minute, but that's not going to happen because goodbye.